Hello everyone, welcome to AdCreative AI. On this video, I'm going to be showing how marketing agencies are leveraging AdCreative AI to increase their revenue while decreasing their workload, all thanks to AI. So let's directly dive in. When you log in or sign up to AdCreative AI, the first thing you see is brands. So brands, if you're a marketing agency or a manager or anyone who's working at a marketing agency, basically, this is the place where you find all your clients. And if you have a new client that you onboarded, that you want to generate conversion focus, ad creative, social media posts, text, reports, whatever it is that you're using AdCreative AI for, this is the place where you create all your brands. In this case, it's your client. So creating a brand is super simple. You write a website. So in this case, I have AdCreative AI. You click on scan my website, or you can also write your own brand description, etc. Our artificial intelligence goes to your website, scrapes all your website, and then basically generates a brand description, a brand name, a color, and it does pretty much everything except your logo. So you will have to upload your logo because we need it in high quality. If it is in a high quality or high definition version, it performs the best. So in my case, I already created a brand for AdCreative AI. Just keep in mind that when you're creating brands, you can connect your Meta ads, Google ads, LinkedIn ads, and Pinterest ad accounts. So what happens when you connect this is that our AI connects to your ad accounts, basically scrapes all the creatives in your ad account, analyzes those visuals so that it can actually, next time you generate a visual, it can actually generate more on-brand visuals. But on top of that, since every creative that we generate also is scored by our using our artificial intelligence called scoring AI, also the scoring that we will do for those generated creatives are going to be better scored, right? So higher quality. So let's start to go ahead. Right now, marketing agencies really love several features that we have. I'm going to start with ad package. Ad package is usually something that you use when you have a client, but you're not really sure what strategy, what platforms, etc. that you would like to run an ad on, right? So let's directly dive in. Let's go click on generate and then an ad package. So it says ad package, generate a comprehensive ad package that includes ad creatives, text, and target audiences all at once. So let's go create an ad package. So again, I already copied my website link, adcreative.ai. As you can see, the moment that I let it scan, it's gonna select my goal, my tone, my output language. So the AI is gonna understand my website tone, my website language, product name, target audience, project description, all of that from just a URL. So basically what we do is that we go to your website, take the complete HTML and even the alt pages to make sure that we really write the best text for you that fits your case, that basically works for you. But another thing that is super important is that when you're creating your brand, it is extremely important that when you're creating your brand, it's also extremely important that you put your website link here, because next time what we are going to do, if you do that, if you create a project like I did, it's going to actually go ahead and bring some text directly that is filled in. So for every project, you don't have to go and type it. So as you can see, my goal is get sales. My tone is professional. That's the type of tone we use on our website. Our website is in English, so that's perfect. Our brand name is AdCreative AI, perfect. Target audiences, advertisers, and brands, amazing. And our brand description is generate conversion focused ad creatives and social media post creatives in a matter of seconds using artificial intelligence. Get better results while saving time. That's perfect. So the second step is strategy. So our AI is going to be generating you some paid advertising strategies, and you can basically generate unlimited amount of strategies at that point. So it tells me, okay, recommended is direct focus strategy, advertise with direct conversion focus approach by focusing on your product and also the problem. But there are some other options that it generated. So exclusive discount, offering an exclusive discount to advertisers and brands will intensify them to try AdCreative AI and increase sales, or limited time offer, free trial period, social proof, and so on. But if you have your own custom strategy, so if you want to do, like, if you have some kind of product where you want to do buy one get one free, etc., that's also something that you can write here, or you can also generate more strategies if you need more. So I'm going to go with direct conversion focused. I'm going to click on next, and based on the strategy that I selected, you're going to see that AdCreative AI is going to go ahead and recommend one or more platforms. So at this point, it recommended Meta, LinkedIn, and Google, and it says highly effective for conversion focused advertising, offers extensive reach, advanced targeting options and robust ad formats. But if you go to the other ones, it's also amazing. LinkedIn, highly effective for B2B conversion focused advertising where AI generated creatives and so on. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to stick with Meta. Meta is amazing. And as you can see, if you select different platforms, it's going to change the creative size as well. So Meta, yes, 1080 to 1080 square images are the most recommended one. So I'm going to keep that one. So let's click on next step. So on the next step is the background image step. As you can see, there's already several images that is brought by from my website. That's beautiful. And then some free stock images. So the one that AI searched is business technology. As you can see, there are already several options. And if I go down, there's again paid stock images that are provided by Get Images or iStock Images that you can also buy those. As you know, it's outside $9 something, $10 depending on your location. That all being said, in our platform it's $5 because we have this exclusive agreement with iStock Images or Get Images. So I want to go back. Let's do some free stock images and let's say advertising. Ooh, that was a very bad writing of advertising. Okay, that should be better. So I wrote advertising. There is several free images that I can use. What I'm going to do is that let's use this image. I directly clicked, looks good to me, and let's directly go to the next step. So the next step is basically the step that we are going to write our text. And as you can see, what I'm trying to do today is to write as least as possible, so I don't have to actually do all that heavy lifting. I'm going to let AI do the stuff. So instead of writing my own stuff, I'm just going to click on Text AI button and click on English. And basically what Text AI does is that it knows your strategy, the platform you're going to advertise on, your target audience, your goal and everything. And it's going to go ahead and write those texts using some super famous copywriting methodologies that we have trained our AI with. So as you can see, the very first one is to take your attention. Ready to supercharge your ad creatives with a question mark. If you're not good, if you're not happy with that, tired of spending hours on ad creatives, that's for a marketing agency, that's a hit. That's already gonna take my attention as an advertiser, as someone who's working at a marketing agency, right? The second one is, we call it the punchline. Punchline is basically where you really show the value. So maximize ad ROI with AI. That's amazing. But if I want to go further, let's go supercharge ad creatives. I kind of like that a bit more, but let's go with this. Turn heads with AI powered ads. That looks good to me. I have nothing to add there. Get started now is good. The button, I'm not really sure. I don't know why AI selected that. So most probably I would go with something a bit more different, but in this case, let's just generate, because what I want to show is that how AdCreative AI in a single project generates ad creatives, audiences, and text. So basically every single thing that you need to create a killer ad, every single asset you need, we generate it in one single project. So AdCreative AI is analyzing project description, generating custom visuals, then it's going to go ahead and generate some headlines and descriptions. And the last step of AdCreative AI is going to be to generate target audiences. So when you're creating an ad, as you know, meta ad, what you need is a campaign and an ad set and an ad. That's basically one campaign with ads inside. Ad set is your audiences, and ad is where you have your images and also text. And when you have those, all you need to do on the campaign level is to turn on the campaign budget optimization, set up your budget, and literally publish. And here we do all that for you. So we generate all the needed assets. So when you bring your client brand to AdCreative AI in one single project, you're ready to launch the collaboration with them. That's simple. So let's directly check it. So as you can see, AdCreative AI is already giving me some best practices for Meta. Use dynamic ad creative site with 10 different creatives for optimal ad results. So AdCreative AI is telling me that don't use 1 or 2 images, use dynamic creative ads. This is an ad type format in Meta, and upload 10 creatives. So use the maximum amount of creatives that you can use so that Facebook can bring you the best results, right? So as you can see, there's over 170-80 images that are generated using artificial intelligence. Many of them are looking really good. Many of them are, of course, it's a bit off-brand for me that I'm not gonna really use it, but that's the thing. We don't need some kind of AI that can actually generate perfectly on-brand 200 images, because perfectly on-brand 200 images are absolutely not useful for me. I'm not going to use those. So here's how you should be using it. Go here and find 10 images that you like that are kind of different than each other, not always the same style. Because what you're doing with dynamic creative ads at this point is A/B testing, right? Maybe one of the images are going to perform much better than another image type. So since that's what you're doing here, I would recommend that go there and download some images. For example, this kind of looks good. If I like it, I downloaded it. One credit is decreased, and as you can see, the image looks beautiful, pixel perfect, ready to go. Let's go check another one. For example, this one looks pretty nice. That may actually work really well. So let's click on it. As you can see again, pixel perfect, looks really nice. And basically, this is what I need to do. I need to actually come up with 10 different visuals if I want to upload 10, which is the best practice from Facebook. And for example, another one that looks really good. And as you can see, beautiful looking ad creative that is generated using artificial intelligence in a matter of seconds. And again, another super beautiful one. I can directly go ahead and download that, and I can continue this process till I have my 10 visuals. That, by the way, looks pretty nice as well. So let me download that and let's give that a look as well. That looks pretty cool. Probably I would edit it and I would kind of change the background image where it should be so that it's gonna look better. That all being said, I'm good to go on the image sense. That on Canva, that on Fiverr freelancers or whatever you're using as image designing for your ad creatives, it's just gonna take too much time. And basically, one of the things that AdCreative AI does is that if you're running a marketing agency or if you have a marketing agency, the amount of time spent between your account managers and the graphic design team is just a lot. It's wasting the account manager's time. Well, design team is already probably overloaded. So using AdCreative AI, you can decrease the workload of your designers, and you can also decrease the workload of your account managers, because you kind of give account managers a chance to skip the brief, because briefing can take 30 minutes to 1 hour till you really make sure that your design team understands what you need. But in this case, you don't need any of that. You can directly go here, generate it, find the ones that you like, download it, and send it to your client to get your approval or whatever it is. But we've realized that a lot of marketing agencies till AdCreative AI wasn't even offering ad creative services. But now they're selling their clients 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, whatever images per month, charging their clients on monthly basis so that they're actually generating a really good additional revenue compared to what they were doing before, while on the background they're using AdCreative AI, paying probably $100, $200 a box, whatever package that they need, and they're basically making an amazing ROI. That's one of the ways that you can increase your revenue, but I will be showing you some other ways to generate revenue with AdCreative AI too. So creative's done, you have all of the 10. Let's go to the text. So the problem with the advertising copywriting is this. You have tried in the past some kind of text that works. There is no science behind, there is no data behind, there is no framework behind. But with AdCreative AI, we believe that two things are super important. Everything, creatives and text, should be data backed. So that's number one. And the second thing is that we need to be using frameworks regardless of what we are generating. And on the text, frameworks are extremely important. So what we have done is that we have analyzed over 100 frameworks for advertising. We have tested them in-house. So we have hard data on those copywriting methodologies or copywriting frameworks, and the ones that really perform the best, we brought them all here. So in this project, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna generate one text using all those framework, and even give you the name of the framework if you wanna go out and search and to see why those frameworks are famous, and then you can actually write your own text or learn more about them if needed. So a couple of them are internally built, internally made frameworks, like the lift method, listicle style ad text. So that's basically a listicle with emojis that makes it easy to read and caption, get some attention on Meta. That all being said, some of them are very known, like Pass Formula, Pain Agitate Solution style ad text. Are you tired of spending hours? Do you want better results? Introducing AdCreative AI, save time, try AdCreative AI now, finishing with a perfect call to action. So Bob Formula, which is before after bridge, 4Cs, AIDA model, which is a very famous one, attention, interest, desire, action, FAB formula, for use formula, slap formula, quest formula, kiss formula, and aka formula. So basically all the formulas are here, all the frameworks that are literally proven by our team internally that they perform the best, and that we tweak those with more and more data, because keep in mind that when you connect your ad accounts, we also analyze the ad text in your account so that we can bring you actually better results in your turn. So that's the text. You have the creatives, you have the text. So far, and as an agency, you spent a huge brief to your design team, and you spent a really huge brief about what your client does, etc., to your copywriting team, or maybe you don't even have a copywriting team, which means you're probably decreasing your workload quite a bit because copywriting is extremely important and your account managers are trying to do the best they can do. But as you can see, nobody can be a perfect account manager, so paid advertiser or media buyer, whatever you want to call it. And in the meantime, a perfect copywriter and a perfect designer. It's impossible that one person have 3 of these skill sets. And this is another thing that AdCreative AI solves in a matter of seconds. Creatives are already done. You downloaded 10 of them. You're ready to go for the visuals. Then you go to the text, find the ones you like, in single click you copy, or if you want to make any changes, you can click on edit and then save, or you can also remove to train the machine learning model to say that that wasn't a good result for this brand. So creatives are done, texts are done, but you still need to set up the audiences. And audiences also, I know, takes a bit of time. You need to do your research, or you don't have to do your research, and AdCreative AI does that for you as well. So AdCreative AI again gives me the best practice: maintain a wide audience and concentrate on creative testing. Creative testing is crucial for successful ad campaigns. So what AdCreative AI tells me here is that, hey, keep your target audience very broad. Give Meta or whatever your target, whatever your platform that you're advertising on, give a lot of space to these platforms because they have really good machine learning models. They have really good AI to target the best people at the right time, at the right moment, etc. So it tells me that give them a lot of time, a lot of space and a bit of time. But what you can do on your end to maximize your results is to test creatives and test texts. So if you can test those two, basically you're going to be getting good results. So as you can see, those audiences are already scored by using our scoring AI, and there is directly ready to use interest that matches Facebook's API, so on the Facebook UI. Digital advertising, you can copy it and go and paste it. Social media advertising technology, online marketing, branding, and content marketing. If you take those with age range 25 to 54, gender, all, AdCreative AI is telling me that these ones are most probably going to be performing the best. But you have several different ones, like the second one is a bit more niche: programmatic advertising, audience targeting, data-driven marketing, etc. So you can go ahead and test. If you want dynamic creative ads, you can create several ad sets for different audiences to test. But most probably, if you give a very broad audience, and most probably the first one and the second one is already overlapping, if you give one very broad audience and to put all your testing in the ad level, I am very confident that you're going to be actually getting better results than testing so many audiences, unless of course you have the budget and you want to try it. So that's ad package. Agencies love ad package because ad package really saves a lot of time for them. And I could speak much more about ad packages, but let's directly go ahead. Then the second feature is ad creatives. Ad creatives is basically what we have just done, but basically instead of like audiences and text, etc., and without the strategy, if you want some specific text and specific formats on whatever you want, this is where you do it. So if you want like social media sizes, post size, landscape, story, vertical, or Pinterest size, or if you're an agency that also does display or programmatic, we have leaderboard, large leaderboard, medium, half page, and wide skyscraper. So we basically have I'm gonna say that 90-95% of the most common display formats, and when it comes to social media or performance max type of search type ads, we cover 100% of all the sizes. Let's move forward. So when we built AdCreative AI, we have trained our artificial intelligence with conversion focus ad creative, so it can actually give really good conversion focus ad creatives. Then we said, okay, wait a second. People still need to keep their social media active, and if you're advertising on Meta, the fact that your page doesn't look deserted is extremely important. If it looks like nobody's ever there, the last post is from 2 years ago, your ads are not going to perform that much, because if you know the metrics, you're going to see that a lot of people from your ads actually click on your profile to see your profile. That's why keeping your social media accounts active is extremely important for your paid advertising strategy, and that's one we built social creatives. So social creatives is basically super similar to ad creatives. They're a bit less aggressive, they're a bit less salesy. Call to action button is not a must-have, and basically you select the platform that you want to create a social media post, and it's going to be generating the visual for that, so you can then later on take that and go ahead directly publish or schedule or whatever you're doing. But I want to continue, because another thing that marketing agencies really love is our text projects. So text projects are renewed recently. We have really worked on it, I think, for the last 2.5 months. We've been building the backend and the front end of this. The backend is extremely important because what we have done is that we have trained our AI with lots of high conversion rate copywriting methodologies, and we have tested these methodologies because we didn't want to bring in methodologies that doesn't actually bring results. So let's directly go ahead. As you can see at Creative AI, ask me, okay, what type of ad text you want, what is your desired tone, and then what is your desired output. So then tell us your product name, product description, target audience, call to action, etc. But of course, as you know, you can also go ahead and write AdCreative.ai like that, scan your website, and just using that much of information, our AI is going to pretty much fill up every single thing: your brand name, your brand description, your target audience, your goal, your tone, your language, output language. The only thing that I need to do is, okay, what kind of text do I want? What I really love is Meta and Google package. So if you do Google Performance Max campaigns, as you know, you need 7 different headlines, descriptions, long descriptions, etc. And if you do Meta, you also need like different things like 10 primary text, and then you need another 5 to 10 headlines, etc. And doing that one by one using ChatGPT or whatever other platform takes a lot of time. In this one, we want to do all of that in just one single thing. So let's try Meta package. Let's directly generate together and see. So since I'm going to be doing Meta ads, what I need is around 10 primary text. That's a lot of primary text to generate. So what this platform is going to do right now, what AdCreative AI is going to do is that it's going to check a database of over 250 million plus high conversion rate ad text that we have in our data set. And using all that information, all that data-backed texts, it's going to be generating some copywriting, it's going to be some beautiful outputs. And if you go to our ads library on Meta, you're going to see that all of our texts and all of our visuals that we are advertising on AdCreative AI is also generated by AdCreative AI. So we are really behind on our outputs. So as you can see on the Meta package, there is some listicle, and there is different copywriting methodology. Like for example, this one, stop wasting time and money on ad creatives that doesn't convert. Look no further. AdCreative AI is here to save the day. Act now and experience the power of AI in your advertising efforts. Purchase AdCreative AI today and watch your sales soar. So that's a beautiful copywriting, and there are several different ones, and if you need, you can always generate more. And that's our text project. So the idea of text projects is this: as I mentioned, if you have some kind of media buyer in your team, or project managers or account managers, whatever title that you have given them, if they're really good at what they do, if they're really good at like managing paid advertising, allocating budgets, really checking the ROAS, going to analytics, doing everything, you can never expect them to be also perfect on copywriting and perfect on graphic design. This is pretty much an impossible task, and if you can find that team member, most probably there's going to be another agency that's going to find them and offer another double the salary, etc., because they are super rare, and you kind of don't want such a profile as well. What you want is that somebody who's really good at account managing, and then somebody who can use platforms like Creative AI to generate conversion focused texts and creatives in a matter of seconds, so they can actually do this part so fast that they can go back to bringing the best ROI, bringing the best results, bringing the best reports, and bringing the best client communication. So text projects was all about like, okay, how we can turn our account managers into seasoned copywriters, and then the ad package is, hey, how can we turn our account managers into seasoned strategy guys, seasoned people who can generate visuals, text, and audiences all at once. Of course, it's not finished. One of the last things that our agencies love is Creative Insights Pro. So basically, Creative Insights Pro is some kind of visual reporting tool. So basically, as I mentioned, when you connect your ad accounts while you create your brand, what we do is that we go to your ad account up to 1, maybe up to 5 years, depending on the platform, depending on their API limits. We analyze all those visuals one by one. And when I say analyze, we create 80 plus data points on each image. Those data points can be, what is the font used on the image? Is there a product image? Is there a call to action button? How big is the call to action button? What is the pixel length between the logo and the call to action button, and every other information that is possible that really matters? We actually create data points on them. And since we create data points on them, such as colors as well, we know what kind of visuals actually work the best for your brand. And for a long time, almost a year, AdCreative AI is right now 1.5 years old. almost a year we've been using this information to train the machine learning model for you to bring you better results. But then we said, okay, wait a sec, our AI is doing a lot of work here. Why don't we also show it to our users so that they can actually see their results? So this is a bit of a mixed dummy data, but basically what AdCreative AI does here is that it kind of finds your average click-through rate, and then from this average click-through rate, it compares you from other categories. Keep in mind that when you create your brand with your brand description and your URL, AdCreative AI in the backend goes there and the AI finds a category for you. It's 99.9% precise, so nothing to worry. Since it's a super precise category finding, it compares me. It says that, hey, your CTR is kind of poor compared to your category, and then it gives me some very precise ideas to improve. Allocate your budget into the creatives that brings the best results. Generate more creatives using this and that color code, super specific color codes. Test more creatives using this 2000 to 1K format. This size brings you the best results. And it says you're only testing 59 creatives. Increase the amount of tests by adding more creatives to the ads. So this is my Google Ads. As you can see, all my sizes are here. Super good information. Then ad fatigue. Ad fatigue by itself is a startup, to be very transparent. It says that your ads get ad fatigue in about 27 days and start performing bad. And it then explains what is an ad fatigue. Ad fatigue occurs when your audience sees the same creative so often that they become unresponsive to them. This in return causes your campaigns to become less effective, prevents users from moving down the sales funnel, and ultimately hurts your company's bottom line. And then gives me several ideas to improve. Start adding more creatives to your campaigns in about every 27 days so that the ad fatigue doesn't happen, and some other feedback. So I'm scrolling down. As you can see, it automatically gives him some color saying that, hey, this hex color codes are really bringing you good results. And then I go to the labels, like when there is laptop, I have a really good click-through rate. So what we do is that another video on the visuals when you connect your ad account is that we do image recognition using AI. So if there is a laptop, and let's say that if there's a Starbucks kind of coffee cup on the table, if you're performing really well, we can actually catch those and say that, hey, when you have a laptop and a Starbucks cup or a coffee cup or whatever it is, your ads are going to perform better. So I go down. As you can see, we also analyze all the texts on your visuals. So not only your headlines, etc. in your ads, but also the text on your visuals. This way we can also rate them. And I scroll down. As you can see, some of the visuals that we are running on AdCreative AI, these are really running. The data might be slightly off because this is like a dummy demo account kind of thing. That all being said, these visuals are some of the visuals that we are running on Google display ads. And as you can see, most of them are generated by AdCreative AI. Looks really beautiful. Of course, some of them are off, and it also shows me logo, etc. Shouldn't be there, but for a real ad account with real data, that should look even better. And one of my favorite features is this, because our clients love it. And if you're an agency, most probably your client is going to love it too. In one single button, AdCreative AI is going to turn this beautiful looking report into a PDF report, and you take this PDF report, and every single week or whenever you're giving your client a report, you attach it saying that, hey guys, just for your information, alongside our reporting for analytics, ROI, whatever you do, on top of it, I have also attached a reporting, and I'm going to be attaching from now on every single week about visual reporting. So here you can see your CTR level, top creatives, ad fatigue, which colors perform the best, which individual parts perform the best, etc. And your client is really impressed by this because they see that you're really analyzing the data as much as you can. And as long as the decisions you take are data backed, and you can use this data and show it to your client to say that, hey, look, I have taken that action. I've designed these visuals and text because, hey, based on your creative insights reporting, these one actually perform the best. Then the clients are usually very happy because they want their agents to be the data backed instead of just testing blindly, because that's just gonna waste their ad spend and really make them feel like they should be actually searching for another agency, which we don't want. So last thing that our agencies really love at AdCreative AI is an upcoming feature that is beta testing with around 10 agencies right now. So if you want to be one of them, feel free to comment below, and we'll try our best to give you a beta access as well. So the very first one is branding, custom branding. Custom branding is basically to turn AdCreative AI into almost like looking like your internal tool. You can change the URL to your URL, so it doesn't say AdCreative AI, it says, let's say, creativetool.youragencydomain.com. And then the colors, you can change it to several different color options that we have, so that it doesn't look like AdCreative AI colors. And you can also change the logo of it. So why we do that, if you would like your team members to use AdCreative AI in your own branding, what you can do as an agency owner, as an agency leader, team manager, whatever it is, you can give them a really branded platform. This way, when they are next to their client, when they generate stuff, when they edit stuff, when they screen share with their clients to show and make some changes together, AdCreative AI is gonna look in your branding. And that usually is something that, well, basically the clients really love, because that brings you from a marketing agency to marketing agency and a tech startup. And as you know, clients really love that. So that's one of the things that our agencies and enterprise clients love. And the second thing that we are bringing, which is in beta feature, is the reseller feature. So what we want to do is this. Does your clients need ad creatives, but you don't want to really, you don't want to be really, like, you want to make money with AdCreative AI. So basically what you can tell your clients, and that's what our beta testing clients are doing, is what they do is that they go to their clients saying that, hey, there is this tool that you can generate reports that's going to be very useful for us as an agency. On top of that, on your end, you can generate social media posts. On your end, if you have a niche product, you can go ahead, generate some creatives and send it to us for us to test for you, etc. And for that, like, we are going to be inviting you to a platform. If they are paying for custom branding, the client will not know AdCreative AI. If they don't, that's still okay. You can still use the reseller feature. And in this case, your client, you give your client a login URL, which is completely your branded if it's a custom brand, an email address of your client, and a password. And when they log in there, they basically see they only see their brand. They have only credits that you allocated to them. And this way, outside on your invoicing, you can charge them $100 to $200. I know clients that charges their clients $2,000-$3,000 per month for, I guess it was 2,000 credits. So you can charge them several $1,000s to as low as $40, $50, $60, whatever you want to charge your client. So this way, what you can do is that you can decrease your workload because you have AdCreative AI for your client. And on top of that, you're reselling AdCreative AI at a more premium pricing, and this way you're actually generating more revenue. So that's one of the things that our agency clients love right now. We're not able to open to everyone because we are still testing, but most probably within the next 1 month, so definitely within the summer, we are going to be launching reseller feature. And if you want to learn more about the reseller feature, you can read here, and you can also watch our small video where our team explains you what this is about. So that's going to be pretty much it. I hope you like it. This was all about how marketing agencies can use and do use right now. We have thousands of marketing agencies right now on AdCreative AI user base, and they decrease their workload. They increase their revenue. They get really good results with AdCreative AI. We got amazing reviews from them too, and that's why I want to record this video to invite you to come and try AdCreative AI. You have 7 days free trial. You have 10 absolutely free credits. You can invite your team members during your trial as well. Let them collaborate with you. Let them create ad packages, ad creatives, social media posts, tags, and reporting for their clients. And if at the end of 7 days, if they like it, if they like all the features, if your clients are impressed, and I'm pretty sure they are going to be impressed, then you can select your package and continue using it. So that's going to be pretty much it. And on the next video, I'm going to be talking about that package. So see you on that video.